It's cool, man.
Welcome everybody to Amateur Hour Commentary. We are live for Zaid's International Firewall Cup. With me, we have the one, the only, the master behind it all. Zaid, what's going on, dude?
Oh, all good, man. All good. Just excited, man, about the final. It's going to be good. Good tournament. Turned out good. Worked well. Managed everything on time. And just feels good. All right, there were a few hiccups on the way. One match that happened, which was a bit of drama involved, but it eventually got sorted out. And got a good final ahead with two good teams.
Nice. So why don't you give us a quick rundown of the two teams here and what they had to do to get here? Do you have any stats or history for us, maybe?
Yeah, so I mean, I can go through in regards to who they had to face to get to the final, and how their journey sort of went. I mean, it's all on Facebook, but I'll run through everything right now as well. Just give us a second. So, there were 16 teams in the competition altogether, and I'll start off with KBL, how their journey went on. KBL had to play Black Mamba in their first team. They won that victory fairly easily. Once they'd finished that victory, they then played the quarterfinals against Samurai Japan. Again, they looked quite comfortable there. Eventually, then they played the Peruvian squad, which was slightly difficult for them, but they again played well and managed to get themselves to the final. I think the real surprise here was Hong Kong Steamfish getting to the final more than anything else, as their first game was against District 12, and they managed to beat District 12. Now, if you're not aware, District 12 is actually part of Area 51, and is a number of players from Area 51.
That would be a tough run.
Very good team.
Yeah.
So it was a very close match for them. They needed to get into what was a punishment round, in essence, a round where you can only use knives. And they managed to somehow get a win over District 12 to get themselves into the next round, which was really good. They then went and faced on the Mob team, which started off the tournament looking quite strong. But Hong Kong Steamfish looked they played quite well. They managed to obviously get the points they needed without having to go into any sort of additional time, and got themselves to the semi-finals, which then brings me on to they played the Brazilian Confederations Cup. Now, the Brazilian Confederations Cup were only introduced into the tournament a week before it started, as they were a dropout team. And for them to even get themselves to a semi-final,
that's
not
pretty
having
good.
the preparation, I'll give them hats off for that. I think they've done really well to even get there with the time that they had to organise their team and to get involved and not having enough practice. Yeah, they had a really good match against Hong Kong Steamfish. It really got down to the end, got down to the wire, playing on knives. With that, Hong Kong Steamfish may have just won it due to the little bit of time that they had playing together, or the bit of the experience that they had to make it to the final. So both teams deserve to be there, as they've both gone through quite difficult rounds to get there. Now it's just a case of who is the better team for the day. You can't take anything off the players, anything off their teams. They've both done really well to get where they are. And all I can do now is wish both teams good luck for the final, and I hope it goes well.
So if you were to make a prediction here, who do you think's gonna take it? Is it gonna be a KBL? Is it gonna be Hong Kong?
I have a prediction, but I want to be humbly polite and not say who it is, because I feel that both teams should play well, and I don't want any team to feel as if there's pressure against one team to another.
So to be fair, having done this enough, I understand the wanting to play the line. However, the teams should not really be watching this, at least not during live. Although delay, so
I
as far as that goes, it shouldn't put any pressure on either team. However, what I say is you can appreciate both teams for how they are, but still say, you know what, given this team has more experience. This team is been playing together longer. They had a much harder run through to finals. I would give them the edge over, say, Team B.
Okay.
So, are you familiar with both of the teams? Like, it's not playing favorites. It's just strategically, looking at the statistics.
Looking at the statistics, yeah, there is one team that looks better than another team.
Would that be KBL?
It would be KBL. They do look like the most. They do look strong, and they have been strong throughout the tournament. But again, I can't write off Hong Kong Steamfish because they managed to eliminate District 12 in the first round.
Yeah.
For any team to eliminate 3 players from Area 51 in the first round, and the additional add-on, which was their 4th player, Similot, who's a good player in himself, they had a good squad. And for them to surpass that, that in its own self deserves a right for them to be where they are. This is simply going to be down to who's going to be more cautious today and who's going to feel like, or which team's going to feel that they're going to push, or if they're going to keep a strong defense. Now, I have a good feeling that it will probably go into a deathmatch round, and I would love to see it going into a punishment round as well, because that's what people have been wanting to watch today, and a lot of viewers have seen some fun games, and they've really enjoyed watching some of these punishment rounds and some of these deathmatch rounds, and it's just been interesting. So I don't want a clean cut win today for a final. I would like to see a bit more drama at the end.
A bit of a nail biter.
So the rules get a little more difficult once you start getting into those sort of rounds where they're restricted from a few things that they can use. There's already so many restrictions of items they cannot use in the tournament, i.e. no self-revive, no jammers, no instant karma, no double C4. So it gives them ways to play in a different manner, and what people are not generally used to playing now on an everyday basis. It takes everyone out of their comfort zone and makes them play differently. And both of the teams who have got to where they are have done one thing, which is adapted to what they were restricted with and managed to play in that style quickly, without the need of constant, I wouldn't say constant practice, but they just adapted to what they had to do in the scenario that they had. So it looks good.
Yeah. So it looks like they're getting in. I don't see One God live, so I guess we're just going to have to go with Hong Kong's perspective for now. Quick shout out in chat for everybody in chat, and make sure you just drop in, say hi. Billy Boy, Brittany, Vaughn, Karen, Viper, Raptor, IllisG, Vincent, everybody, much appreciated. I do believe this is a test round, actually, so that might be why. Yeah, it looks like they're just running around doing stuff. So we'll just carry on while they figure their stuff out, make sure that they've got a nice clean lobby. But guys, let us know your predictions in chat and who you think who's going to take it. We got Similot jumping in. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for tuning in. And Zaid, thank you for all the follows that I've gotten the last hour.
I've just found Hong Kong KBL's stream, from what it looks like, by Prince Maurice. He's actually doing it. So Prince Cash is doing it.
Okay.
I will get that stream link sent out to you right now.
If you could, please. We got Jenslu in chat. What's going on, Jens?
Hey, Jens. It's unfortunate, Jens, today. I was sad to see you go in the first round, unfortunately. But there's always next tournament. Next tournament is going to be a little bit different. I feel that I'm going to adapt the rules a little bit in regards to how I had it this time. Probably space out the tournament a bit more. This was a trial run, but it was a very successful trial run for me, which means I'm more than capable of doing a lot more, and more extravagant ones too. So
All right, guys, we've got 2 stream links. We are up, we are running, and we are good to go. So we got a lot of KBL support in the chat here. Look at Titch, says Brittany. Look at Zaid. Come on, man.
Good, eh?
Look at this guy. So I usually ask. You kind of didn't see a lot of the setup because you were kind of busy doing your own thing and whatnot. So you didn't see a whole lot of the setup. But based on what you have seen, I usually ask any of our people that guest appearance on our streams more or less than what you thought we do, or about the same. What do you, as far as like setup and kind of behind the scenes stuff, do you think it's more or less than you thought?
I thought it was going to be I thought it'd be more. Unfortunately, I couldn't manage to get my background set up, but ideally, that's probably the only thing you really asked me to do, and just make sure my microphone was working. In regards to obviously setting up teams and giving names and rosters, that's something that, again, I wasn't prepared for because I've never done anything like this before. Yep. So I did as well as I could, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. But you say you're gonna do another one.
I will definitely do another one. Yeah.
There you go, guys.
It as I said, setting everything up from the beginning it seemed daunting, and then once the numbers started to come in, everything just seemed to flow. People just wanted to get involved, and I think if I can do it again, I will definitely do it again. I am planning on making an announcement for my next tournament, possibly sometime next week or the end of the week after. I do have some ideas and some plans, and I hope this time that instead of it being 16 teams, it will be 32. So we'll have a really big. So.
Well, if anybody's interested in joining that or looking for the early access to that, I would imagine it would be dropped into the Discord first.
Yeah, I will drop it on the Discord. I'll drop it on Facebook, and rules will be sort of similar to what we have today. There might be a few tiny edits made onto them, just for comfort purposes and just for some feedback that I've heard today in some of the games that we've had. But generally, most people like the format, and it seems to work well. So if it worked well this time round, and I've got the support, and we've got a final, and we managed to do a tournament in one day from 16 teams, we can do a lot more with this community if it can be done like that.
All right, so I do believe we are heading into our first round. So let's head on in, take a look, and see what we got. Alright, so it looks like KBL making a little push around back of the kitchen. Hong Kong Steamfish doing a bit of an interesting setup here. As they're doing sort of a double fire towards the back. They have a pretty good idea where KBL's going. Cullen looks like he's a little bit out in the open though.
Yeah, these two teams do tend to play together, from what I've heard, so they do know each other's playstyles quite well. It'll be interesting.
I think he's in room 4, there's no camera there.
It's like both teams just trying to feel each other out at the moment.
Yeah. As I said, it's either going to go one way or the other, the cautious way or the all-out guns blazing, and they are sticking to the cautious way from what I can see.
If we can go in the room, we should.
Oh shit. One god, they put concussion mine there, watch out.
Don't block me.
FBI getting it down on Solo Berry. FBI downing Cologne. Vincent eliminating FBI. He is out.
I'm down, I'm down, I'm down, I'm down.
Solo Berry getting eliminated as well. Only 2 members on both teams now left alive.
Shit. Nice.
Oh, as I'm not sure who that was. There's only one god actually coming in there and getting a double kill.
One guy, your fucking shit is laggy, bro.
Looks like they are gonna lock in their victory for the very first match. KBL walking away with the first victory in the finals.
FBI. Didn't work.
啱啱打 Yeah, I saw that. 應該係俾我 double down，但我唔知點解冇。因為佢已經俾我打到紅，因為應該打一槍到。佢應該係同我 double down，但我唔知點解冇同我 double down。如果唔使咁急，因為你明知有一隻喺遠處咧，有一隻喺嗰個花場嗰度上緊槍，因為我哋衝過去收第二。
Somebody's listening to us.
Nice.
Good shit, one good.
All right. So what do you think of that first round?
It was as I would have expected it to be. It started off both teams quite cautious. I think what it was on that round was more a case of seeing who slips up first. And I think once a slip up did happen, KBL just sort of took advantage of it and turned the slip up into a landslide, really. So it was a good game. Let's see what the next one has to offer.
You guys, let me know if the audio is good. If I need to adjust anything, just be sure to let me know. A couple of questions in chat. First of all, Billy and Somewhat says to get rid of the knife round on the next one.
Get rid of the knife round on the next one.
And Raptor's asking the scoring. How does it work? What do they go to? So.
Okay, so in regards to rulings, you play 4 matches in total. Attack defend on your map of your choice, and attack defend on a map of the opposition's choice. You've basically got restrictions of no signal jammers, no self revive, instant karma, double C4, and just things that people hate to use. No scrub stuff, basically. That's basically the way I call it.
Hey. Oh, this is starting to feel personal.
It's not personal. It's just things that make.
To be fair, the scrub squad doesn't run double C4s and self revive. I don't think any of the guys run instant karma.
Yeah, I took that away from them. And you play those matches attack defend as you normally would with those restrictions. If you end up with a draw in all 4 games, so a 2-2, you then go into a round called a deathmatch round, which is simply the first team to kill all 4 players wins. Therefore, you don't need to hack the laptop. You don't need to defend the laptop. You can't hack the laptop before all 4 players are dead, as you're not allowed to do it regardless. Which means the only thing that your team has to do is kill each other. This is where it gets a little bit complicated. If your team doesn't manage to kill the opposition's team, and there's still players alive on both sides, no matter what the ratio is, so one team could have 1 player and the other team could have 4, you'll then go into a punishment round because the team that had 4 players couldn't finish one guy off, and they deserve a punishment for not being able to do the job. Once you move into the punishment round, it works the same way, except you can't use anything apart from knives and non-lethals. With that same rule applies, you basically have to kill all 4 players on the other side. If you don't, and both teams still have a player or players alive on each side, that will then bring you on to what we call an idiots round, which thankfully we didn't have today. But the idiots round is simply going onto the oil rig where the helipad is, everyone stands around in a circle, and you do a 1v1 knife fight until all 4 members are dead. So no one engages at the same time, you engage singly. Once a team member of your team dies, you move someone else in until all 4 of your team are dead. If you manage to, in any of those rounds, manage to all get yourself killed, then you don't have to go into any further rounds, you just repeat that round. So not many teams, or no team got there, but I'd love to see if any team does.
Yeah, so it does look like we are going to be heading into our second round. I'm back over on Office as we will have KBL now on the defensive, and we'll see if they can squeak away with another victory. It depends on what map we got. Prepper, that sucked. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it would be definitely spawn dependent on something like that. All right, let's head on in and see what we get. As KBL gets the chair, the outside of the elevator room, as a lot of people refer to it as. We get Hong Kong spawning in the CEO office. As now we have, interestingly enough, KBL holding in the room that actually Hong Kong's Steamfish actually had, so we've got a complete opposite of what we had before.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same here. It's whoever I think will make a slip up here would try to go in for the advantage here.
Prince Cash looking like he's just got a couple of hit markers on him. Still peeking though.
Yeah, he looks quite red there.
The last thing you want to do is stub your toe on one of those desks. That'd be an interesting tactic. Stub your toe on a desk and go down. Just a lot of pot shots back and forth at the moment. Nothing overly exciting. KBL starting to make a bit of a reposition while Hong Kong Steamfish gonna head around the other way. Do they take the S bend here or do they go downstairs? Problem is once you make yourself known here, it's...
You can cause yourself a bit of a problem.
Yeah, especially if the other members of KBL start pushing in the kitchen. Hong Kong gonna work their way around.
We should go in this line. Too wide. Too wide. We can't stay on that line. We should stay on this line.
Hong Kong Starfish sort of working their way across in the offices. Press cash in a bit of a shootout. FBI getting it down on Silo Berry. Chris there for the revive.
I'm fucking wet. 1分23。我同你一陣 bus 咗去4號房嗰隻佢。1分23。唔係前面有啲人睇住我啊，出唔到去啊我。4號房嗰隻佢。一個人就得。我前面有啲人睇住我啊，出唔到去啊我。過嚟啊，準備啊。我覺得我就 cam 住喺前面嗰隻前方啊，偏右啊。 Two position 過嚟啊，準備啊，就 cam 住喺前做嘢啊，有啊。
Solo Berry getting it down. 2 downs. Prince Cash eliminating 2 people there. As Vincent comes in, downing 1 god, gets the elimination as well. A couple of grenades go out, but no, unfortunately. It wasn't enough as KBL walks away with another victory, making the score now 2-0.
It was a close round.
Yeah, very... Oops, wrong one. All right. So what do you predict to be the next map pick?
Ooh, this is one to say.
It's okay to keep the host.
It's a difficult one. It looks like something's going to be enclosed. They both like sort of enclosed places.
So this is the interesting part I find about this tournament is you get 1 map pick and that is it.
Yeah.
So it's really, if you take away, so I'm not sure who decides first, do you know?
Well, it depends because if a team with this tournament, if a team decides that they want to play on the same map, they can play on the same map twice if they wanted to. So if they wanted to play the office like they've done just now, attack and defend, and the other team chooses to pick office as their first choice, they can pick it. But they can also change it if they choose to change it, depending on how they felt. Now, for example, if 2 teams, like if those 2 did want to pick the office, and now Hong Kong Steamfish are now 2-0 down, they may decide not to pick that map and decide to pick something else because they know that it didn't work out well for them. So it all depends on the team.
So that's what I like about things like that is the ability to have such a different variety of strategy that you can really employ where, you know, you'd almost want to be the second one to pick your map. See what they pick, try and take away one of their wins or something like that, and then go into the second half, you know, on your strong suit, assuming that they didn't pick, or even if they did pick your map, but maybe, you know, if that particular map wasn't working out the best with that team, you could switch it up and find something else that might be a little bit counter for them. What's going on, Wolf? Rap? Wolf is in the chat. Glad they could join. So am I. Thank you for being here, sir.
Peace.
Oh yeah, 29 people right now.
Hey, it's not bad.
Be sure to drop into chat. Make sure you say hello. Zaid needs to know that you're watching and that you care.
I had a lot of people watching today, especially the match, the dreaded match that happened earlier today against the Crazy Bunch and the Peruvian squad. Had a lot of drama involved in that. A lot of views went into that drama, a lot of talk. My phone hasn't buzzed off so much in my whole life until that hour of the day, so it was a little crazy. So everyone's just enjoyed it. A lot of people have enjoyed watching the stream. So yeah, it's nice. It's been nice, and it's good for the community, and that's what it was for.
Yeah. So I didn't actually see what map they had picked there. I don't know if you had a chance to catch it.
I'm gonna find out just as much as you are now.
Now we're waiting. All right. Let's oil rig. And we're going to have Hong Kong Steamfish on the defensive, and let's go see where they spawn at.
Don't usually see this on a tournament match, but you have now.
And they are spawning in probably was one of the best defensive locations underneath there. So that's going to work out really well for them. Although it doesn't look like they're going to stay there as they are on the way out. KBL still on the upper side. Now, if I was KBL, I wouldn't expect Hong Kong Steamfish to be coming around the very back here.
Yeah. This could be quite detrimental because if KBL get to that laptop quick enough, they might be in position to defend on an attacking state.
Unfortunately, we've got a lot of things going on here. Silo there. We eliminated some grenades going out. KBL walking through Steamfish right about now. And Prince Cass gets to double down. I believe that was the last remaining member of Hong Kong, and all they have to do now is get the laptop. And this is going to be KBL walking away now 3-0.
Which puts them now in the position where they've won the tournament.
Effectively, yeah, there's really the... Wait, are they killing themselves? Okay, so one of them was still alive to actually effectively get the win, but definitely was not what we were expecting at the end there. All right. So only one game left. So, is this kind of what you expected for the finals?
In the team that I saw, the two teams that I saw were going to be into the final once I found out who they were. I kind of did expect that it wasn't going to go past the fourth round, which it isn't. So, a lot of predictions were made of a particular team that were going to win it. There were a few upsets of some of the teams that you thought were going to win it that managed to couldn't even get to the final, to a team that people thought would get to the final, and KBL done it. They got to the final, and as I said, they're now just playing a last round as a consolation. But congratulations to them, because they have put themselves now in that position where they've won the tournament, and they deserve to from how they played.
So I'm curious, is there any upsets on the very first round of a team that you had expected to move through the first round that got eliminated by a team that you didn't expect?
Yeah, I expected District 12 to meet KBL in the final, or possibly the Crazy Bunch in the final.
Oh, so District 12 was first round.
District 12 was the first round.
Oh.
Unfortunately. But then again, as I said, they played well, and Area 51 was playing last night on the live stream for the birthday celebration for Firewall for FCE. So their team could have been potentially at a stage where they were exhausted and tired, and that plays a factor.
Hey, don't blame me for this, okay?
Early.
Okay, this isn't my fault. I set that match up. You're blaming me here.
I'm not saying it's anyone's fault. I just feel as if that could have been a potential for any team if they were tired. Heck, I was supposed to wake up at 9 o'clock today. I ended up waking up at 11:30 after my own tournament had started. I overslept. It was
All right, so let's head on in. We're gonna have KBL now on the defensive.
I'm going, guys. Bronze medal.
So KBL gonna push on up. See, both of these teams don't really like to sit back. FBI going down. A couple of grenades rolling out. Somehow surviving. FBI and just wow. Okay, I think everybody's down at this point.
Fucking hell! Sticky grenade!
Wow, KBL walking away with a pretty convincing, we'll call it,
Yeah.
win. Yeah, I would say that was a pretty convincing win there for KBL. Like you said, that was something that you had kind of expected.
Yeah. As I said, everyone had their predictions, and most people's predictions seem to have come to that same conclusion of what's happened today. And congratulations to KBL. They got to the final. They won the final, and they are tournament champions today. Hats off to them, and congratulations. I do feel sorry for Hong Kong Steamfish. Commiserations to them, and commiserations to everyone else who had to face that during the course of today as well. I just thank all the people and everyone who got involved today, whether you were watching streams, whether you were a player, the teams, the support, just everyone who's just been up for it has it's been really great. And as I said, it's a brilliant turnout for a tournament, and it just shows that we can do so much more for the community and have so many more of these tournaments. It's nice to see. Yeah, as I said, now is KBL can be happy. I do have prizes for our tournament winners, as I've mentioned before. Every player who won the tournament and anyone who participated in this tournament out of their teams will get basically £10 worth of PSN voucher, depending on which country they're from. I'll have to work that out for each country and whoever everyone's on, and then get that organised within the week to come. And it's just been really good. And as I said, along with the commentary that we got to organise for the final, I have to thank Amateur Titch Wolf Craze for doing some of the media poster work for me on last minute, which I didn't even know he'd done. I have to give him a thank you for that, and a thank you for Titch for setting this up yourself. And I appreciate it. And it's
not a problem, man. Like I said, I knew I couldn't give you a definitive answer a couple weeks ago because like Saturday afternoons can be a little bit tough. But that's why I said like closer to we'll work it out and we'll get it done. And we enjoy doing these kind of things, so thank you for setting this up. And without the tournaments, man, we wouldn't be able to do this. So it's a thanks to you guys, man.
Thank you for everyone watching, and appreciate your time. And thank you and I hope you enjoyed this whole tournament.
Well, guys, I think that's going to be just about it for us. If you take a look down below, there's links to Amateur Hour's Discord. I did drop a link in for the Discord for Zaid's Cup, so it's there if anybody interested. Be sure to join his Discord if you're interested in joining for the next Zaid's International Cup. Other than that, down below is our links for us. Make sure you join Amateur Hour Commentary. If you guys are interested in playing FCE on Fridays, be sure to let myself or the Wolf Craze know. We will get you guys on that list. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So with that note, guys, have yourself a good one. Have a good night. Stay safe. Peace.
Hello, I love all this energy. all this energy.
What's this knob do?
No, wait.
Hello.
All this energy.